White House political director for President George W. Bush and chairman of the American Conservative Union, and Leslie Marshall, syndicated radio talk show host and a Fox News contributor from L.A. And good day to both of you.
Great to be here.
Leslie, I have not heard an official response from her. I don't know why. I think the one answer in the week was baloney. What's taking so long, and what explains that?
Well, there are a couple of reasons here. First, Bill, her staffers say that she really didn't know anything about this until BuzzFeed reported it.
You think
and
that's
secondly,
true?
Although Republicans think this is a huge deal, this really is not a huge deal. It is very common for consultants to be hired, or in this case, a law firm to be hiring a consultancy firm to dig up dirt on one's opponent. This was not Hillary Clinton writing a check to the Russians. We know that an unnamed, and I'm hoping soon named, Republican originally had started this. And we also know that the dossier does not derail an investigation that we are seeing on a federal level by Mr.
That's pretty good.
And,
that's pretty good.
That's the bottom line.
Matt, so it's all Oppo research and baloney.
Yeah, it's all Oppo research. And so when Don Jr. gets a call from somebody who's associated with Russia and is Russian, it's called collusion. And they say how disgusting that he was actually taking a meeting. In the email where it says, we have dirt on Hillary Clinton, but that's somehow treason. But when Hillary Clinton's campaign in the DNC, with her self-appointed chair, spent $9 million to go through a law firm so that they had legal privilege and that it would be harder to get the records, hire a spy, a former spy, to go to Russia to pay off Putin cronies to find out dirt on Donald Trump in Russia, that's just Oppo research, Bill. That's all it is.
Well,
there are serious criminal questions involved in this whole...
Here is the Hillary Clinton knew nothing about it, John Podesta knew nothing about it, Debbie Wasserman Schultz knew nothing about it.
Of course.
I think what happens here, Leslie, you've got people like Richard Burr on the Senate side. This opens up a whole new line of questioning, as he has already suggested this week.
It opens line of questioning, but I would disagree with my friend Matt there because this is not criminal. And one of the reasons it is not criminal is when you look at what is allowed legally with campaigns and funding, this is a law firm, and these were legal fees documented. And when you have a contractor hired, you are not legally required to have a vendor and a subcontractor and a subcontractor reported. So there is nothing criminal here.
Why do we have a special counsel?
And I think it'll get thrown out of court.
One at a time. One at a time here. Maybe in the end, Leslie's right, okay? Just for the sake of argument today, let's accept that it's not criminal, all right? Matt, I thought the most relevant question all week was asked by Trey Gowdy on this program 3 days ago. He said it's not so important who paid for it, it's who relied upon the information. And where did that take them? Ultimately, whether it's the unmasking or other aspects of the government, or we're looking at the Trump team, isn't that the next intriguing and more fascinating aspect of this investigation, Matt?
Two aspects to that. The first aspect is that what's good for the goose is good for the gander. If the charge is we had to have a special counsel because there was inappropriate, the charge was there was inappropriate interaction with Putin's government on the Team Trump, then they can't turn around and say, oh, there's nothing to the fact. There's no problem with getting Oppo research from the very same type of characters. Second of all, James Comey, if he had not been relieved by the President of the United States after these revelations, he would have to be fired. The man did something, the most inappropriate thing I think I've ever heard of an FBI director picking up the Oppo research from the Clinton campaign and taking it and activating it as an FBI project, going to a FISA court to then go and implement the Hillary Clinton campaign plan. This is disgusting.
I'll sum it up for you. Did you use this information to spy on Americans? Keep that in mind as we go.